Tony, I guess first of all, I mean, just the response from this team. I mean, you've got a tough team, but to experience what we experienced last night, come back out here and just be the aggressor, you got to be pretty pleased.
It's different, and I wish I could do something or say something, but we didn't even meet last night. It really didn't make a lot of sense. And then we got to bed probably everybody at 4 or 5. So what are you going to do other than you show up and you hope your team acts and competes the way that you want them to? And I'm just telling you right now, they did a good job, but our assistant coaches were on an absolute mission. Different, not that it's been bad in the past, but just different level of determination, positivity, and pushing forward. And the guys had no, chance but to follow that group, and of course follow Marcus Phillips too.
What did that look like from the assistant coaches to set that tone?
How do you not come out and have flash? You get back to the park, you got two options. You can look forward or you can look behind you. I don't know which way you're supposed to go, but, and if you look behind you, it ain't good. But there was just a lot of looking forward, and there was extra communication. And, on top of that, you have to execute certain stuff. And I think what we did on the defensive side of things and offensive side of things, as far as executing and preparing guys to execute, was I was sitting back on my heels. I kind of joked during the in-game interview, I just need to stay out of the way. It was impressive. So it's the best I could put it into words.
How important was Marcus's outing, and what did you see from him that allowed him to succeed?
I think it was good for him to get a carrot or a gold star because, I know some guys that, got on base, extra guys that got on base, and guys are advancing on the last 2 weeks. But if you really look at the numbers the last few weeks, he's been good for us as a starter. He's giving you what you want. But it was good for him to get rewarded with good results and have even better command. So I like it for him, but the bigger story is for the team. He kind of put a stake in the ground or whatever you want to say and said, follow me. And he wasn't going to let his teammates down. And he's a guy who, around the facility, I hate to single a guy out, but talk about family, he's kind of adopted that philosophy. You guys have been around him. It's a pretty impressive kid.
What to say about Canon, the way he stacked productive at bats kind of throughout the night?
Yeah, I just think, probably what's best for him, and maybe I shouldn't peel back the curtain this far, is he's a guy that wants to be out there all the time. And I know it's not easy for him to sit on the bench at times. Last year, pinch hit, DH, then catch every now and then. And then, we've always liked to use two catchers. And Stone's fully capable. If anything, you guys saw how he had handled Marcus earlier in the year in particular. But I just think the more he plays and gets in a rhythm, the more he's just going to be a ball player, as opposed to early in the year. It's his job, and it's junior year, and we're supposed to be good, and he's going to dominate. You've been around him too. He's always got all those thoughts, but really just play ball, especially if you're that good. I would love to go back in time and just play ball and keep it that simple if I had that skill set.
Tony, I know you talked about Marcus and deserving the gold star, but what are you just seeing his evolution as a pitcher?
Well, on the steal answers from the broadcast, I was just talking about how Frank has gotten together with 4 or 5 different guys, like Tanner Franklin, Andrew Schultz back in the day, and the goal has been to smooth it out and increase strike throwing ability. And he's done that with Marcus, but the velo's gone up in a parallel with it, or I don't know, congruency. If you watch Severance, I'd probably get fined for too big of a word there. But I just think the evolution that was envisioned was take advantage of how big and strong he is, and yet also get it in the zone. And the combination has been better command, better stuff. But also, I said on the air too, I hope I didn't come off the wrong way, because he's a great kid last year, but he's just a kid. And now he's like a man. He's very professional about how he goes about everything. And then again in the hallways, he's got a big presence, and it makes you feel like you're seeing one of your family members when you see him. That sounds corny, but it does.
It seemed like the offensive approach from top to bottom was pretty good tonight. Do you like overall the at-bats you were getting?
Yeah, I think they were determined. There's a lot of stuff that went on last night. Starting with the guy who's a first-rounder, I would probably say he would raise his hand and say I was on. He was on. I know he would have liked to got credit with the win. So there's a lot of things that fueled those hitters, and they were determined to come out today and just have competitive at-bats. Unfortunately, the results, were there for a lot of them.
Ariel's production, is that a product of him more consistent playing time?
Yeah, just to play. We've always talked about reps. He's capable. And, hey, at the end of the day, I said it to Todd Walker yesterday, it's my final – I've got the final say. It's my responsibility to juggle that infield the right way. And it's not been easy. You've had a couple different injuries, and it's actually led to Fish being a really good first baseman for us, in my opinion. There's been some unselfishness that have led to guys being willing to do whatever. But I don't know what the magic combination is. I know that's what I'm supposed to do, but we'll get there. We'll get there by May. But it's nice again. Guys are versatile. Guys are unselfish. And the more Manny and Ariel are in scenes like this, at a place where the fans are real passionate and the competition's high, they'll be better down the road.
What does it do for y'all's lineup when Chapman and Bargo are having consistent good at-bats?
Yeah, I think it just changes the way you even feel after BP's over and the game is going to start. When Bargo is relaxed and as a person and also true to his swing, relaxed in his swing, it's phenomenal. And then Reese, at times last year would hurt himself by getting too big with his swings or trying to do too much and maybe even speaking, out of what I see the last first 2 years, maybe some doubt. And now he comes to the ballpark with good presence. And when he's locked into a good approach that he's worked hard on with Coach E, that combo's good. It's a huge boost.
Who's starting tomorrow?
I don't know that. I know they do know who they're going to start. I haven't heard word from them. We had all hands on deck. So whoever is starting, has already thrown. I don't know that we're expecting to get 5-6 innings out of anybody, but there's also been 75 things that no one expected that have happened in this series. So it'll be a Sunday.
Thank you.